The Memphis players making their way through the tunnel earlier. And the home fan. Are already fired up to get this game started. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Now here's Covington. And he makes it on the layup. And Grant, we've got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
And there's Adams. That one's good. On the assist from Bain.
Steven Adams is improving on the offensive end, and given his size and strength, he's effective from inside.
Westbrook, the pass to Covington. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And here's Memphis now. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Jackson can't get it to go.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's George. Out to Covington. Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Westbrook against Bain. Shot clock at 6. They get it back.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Moran. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Westbrook against Moran. Westbrook, the pass to Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance effort. And it's Bain with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Outside Moran. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3. He buries it from 3.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
And so it's Memphis with it. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Pass to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Westbrook on multiple occasions has averaged double-digit assists. You know he knows exactly when to deliver the pass.
Now here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And as Westbrook gets older, he's indicated that he's not looking to change how he plays, Grant.
And that can be a double-edged sword, B.A. You love his aggression and confidence, but you wonder how his game will hold up as his athleticism goes.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
Now here's Jackson. Outside for Morant. Launches a three. Rebounded by Russell Westbrook. The Clippers have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Leonard.
Because Kawhi Leonard has such a well-rounded offensive game, it's easy for him to put the defense in a bad position, draws contact there.
That one drops. He ties it up. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Leonard against Morant. Payne, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Morant. Pass to Bain. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Brooks. Here's Adams. And he can't get that one. Great D that time from Zubac. Now here's George. Covington, a screen on Brooks. George. And George with the jam.
How good is Paul George at getting separation? He uses the screen perfectly and sticks it to the defense.
Now here's Morant. Outside for Brooks. Jackson, the pass to Morant. Back to Jackson. Launches it. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful. And because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Pass to George. Leonard on the wing. Driving inside. And the dunk by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard able to navigate his way to the cup. Off the bounce, yes, sir.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers ahead. They're up. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Ivica Zubac's out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the 1. For 3, George. It's rebounded by Memphis. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
It's George on the wing. Back to Westbrook. Leonard passes to Covington. Westbrook outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Desmond Bain.
Well, the craftiness of Russell Westbrook down low. This guy excels at drawing contact close to the basket.
And you listen to the great defenders. They talk about disrupting the rhythm of a score. Doris, how do they accomplish that?
I think it can occur, Brian, in any number of ways. The first thought you have, obviously, is being physical, obviously within the rules. You can try to deny touches. You can try to deny spots on the floor that players are trying to get to. can also be psychological. Try to get under the skin of the offensive player you're contending with.
Memphis leading. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Brent, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
George for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. And here's Memphis. Here's Brooks. Outside for Morant. Pass to Adams. No good there. Great D that time from Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Tries the spin move. Here's Leonard. And here's Zubac. Kicks it to George. No good off the back of the rim.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Payne, the pass to Adams. Here's Morant. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
You can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Pass to Bane. Jackson outside. Outside Bane. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Outside for Brooks. Fires the 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Leonard finds some space. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Leonard's got 7 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
On the wing, Brooks. Pass to Bane. From outside the arc. Now Brooks. Back to Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot. On the wing, Brooks. Fires for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Westbrook, the pass to George. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And it's now only a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
Jackson for 3. Adams, the pass to Morant. Outside for Brooks. Jackson, left side. Another shot. Oh, Covington with a block.
Tremendous anticipation from Robert Covington. Sends it back.
To the wing, right side. Morant finds Bane. Here's Brooks. And here's the fast break. Here's Leonard. And a missed layup. The Grizzlies have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Zubac with the steal. And Leonard, here we go. Now here's Zubac. Here's Covington. Takes it inside. Oh, it would have counted had it. Thanks very much, Allie. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
They've got John Conchar, Luke Kennard out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Xavier Tillman, and it's Aldama in at the power forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins.
We call that solid fundamentals. Luke Kennard finding his teammate on time and on target.
Here's Plumlee. Soft touch off the glass.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Back to Kennard. Releases. Nails the wide open jumper. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Out to Gordon. Morris for 3. Kennard with the rebound. Memphis has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Three-pointer. Jones' shot is good. And now it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Morris outside. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Morris has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Kennard outside. Pass to Jones. Kicks it out to Kennard. Here's Conchar. Powell covers. On the wing, Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Aldama. He can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up.
What you love about Mason Plumlee is there's a level of professionalism in terms of his effort and energy. He brings it every single night.
Timeout call, Memphis. Mark is checked in for Memphis. That's good from Plumlee. And you know, Doris, in addition to the effort Plumlee puts out there, he's a dependable scorer in tight.
B.A., he's going to get the vast majority of his scoring opportunities in the painted area. He can finish with either hand, and what is so underrated about his game, his ability to find people, to pass the basketball in tight spaces.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Pass to Aldama. Kicks it out to Kennard. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, this is how Luke Kennard made his way to the NBA. The knockdown 3. Good night.
Here's Highland, defended by Jones. Powell outside. Out to Gordon. Clock at 6. Fires it. Aldama grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. And an intentional foul right there. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Jones with the ball. Pass to Clark. Can't get it to drop. And Los Angeles the other way now. A minute 39 left in the third quarter. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Pass to Clark for three, and the three-pointer goes. Clark's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
For three, George. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got his third assist of the night.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Jones, the pass to Kennard. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And they recover it. Leonard for three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Pass to Jones. Here's Tillman. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Zubats with the steal.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent. You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Jones, the pass to Kennard. Here's Aldama. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so in the game for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Robert Covington is out there with Ivica Zubats. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard position. Outside for Moran. Shot clock at 6. Outside Bain. Over Covington. The offensive rebound. And the foul called on Paul George. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
With 1 second left. And then Morant with the jam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
George outside. Back to Zubats. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Jackson, pass to Bain. And he banks in the layup. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
It's Covington on the wing. Pounded by Moran. Westbrook, the pass to Zubats. Kicks it to George. Let's go with a 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Adams.
Clippers ball.
Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Jackson outside. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, BA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He's been really discouraged by their effort. He said, quote, it's about want to, fighting through the adversity. Look at yourselves and ask, quote, what can I do to help us win? He's laying down the challenge.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. 6 to shoot. Jackson finds Morant. Outside for Brooks. No good on the 3.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Westbrook outside. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Steven Adams.
This guy is not only incredibly talented, but Russell Westbrook has been a tireless worker, almost obsessive in improving his craft.
Bain, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Brooks. Morant with it. George defending. And that's an intentional foul.
His third personal foul. Third team foul.
So it's the Grizzlies now. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth. The three from Bain.
Westbrook has the ability to create havoc with his athleticism to challenge shots. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
George with it. Checked by Brooks. Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Outside Morant. Pass to Adams. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Adams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson. Good work there as it goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 8.
Yeah, Steven Adams' instinct is to pass it first, and what instincts he has. Wow, pretty play.
Out to Leonard. A minute 42 left to play in the fourth quarter. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Brooks, the pass to Bain. Jackson with it. Up and in on the layup. Jackson's gotten 4 this quarter.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
Pass to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Mr. Covington under duress of the big moment, and he delivers. Yes, sir.
Outside Morant. Bain, pass to Brooks. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
George with it. Guarded by Morant. It's Covington on the wing. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist.
Covington has put such time and work into that perimeter game. Now the confidence he shoots it with knocks that down. That's beautiful.
Pass to Bain. Outside for Brooks. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point. He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And here's Jackson. Pass to Morant. And so it's Memphis winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves.
But always difficult, but a fun journey for them. David, thank you. And it's the Suns to start out. Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Bane. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. And here's Morant. Back to Adams. Outside, Bane. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Suns.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not. Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. You look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
Now, here's Bane. Morant finds Adams. Morant outside. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
You also love that Bane absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball, following the score by Phoenix. Bane, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The shot's good from Paul.
Even in the later stages of his career, Paul's handles remain incredible. He's got that thing on a string. What a move.
And there's Brooks putting it right back in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
What an athletic play by Durant. This man, what can't he do?
Morant outside. Adams in the high post. Bane finds Morant. Releases from 15. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Can't lay off of Morant. When he's roaming around that mid-range area, you know he's ready to lock in.
Pass to KD. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
And KD drops them both. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that? Oh, and slam it down!
Yeah, that...
Oh, did you see that?
I'm speechless.
Oh, man. Bucket is good.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Morant passes to Bane. Brooks kicks to Bane. Ball against Morant. Paul with the steal. Morant with the steal. Outside for Jackson. Outside, Bane. There's the triple. Adams trying to free himself up. And Desmond Bane good for 3.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Here's Paul, and there's the feed to Ayton. And you know that's going to be goaltending guy. And yes, the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the
previous play is under review.
visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, It makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So, guys, the courtside administrator has received the verdict. They will overturn the goaltending violation. So, a good use of the challenge here.
And with the improvements to cameras and visibility for these sorts of plays around the rim, it seems impossible now to imagine not having replay review. This time it works. They reverse the call, and I think that's a good thing for all parties.
Any trip that ends with Morant going to the hoop, it's great for his team.
Suns trail by 3. Paul outside. And he banks in the layup. Paul's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Brooks the pass to Morant. Jackson a screen on Paul. 6 to shoot. Booker pulls it in. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 1. Passes it to Durant. Kicks it out to Paul. Takes a 3. Good on the triple. Paul's got 9 points.
Just simply automatic. Once that ball is in Paul's hands, he is ready to fire off a shot.
Here's Morant. 8 points for him. And there's the drive. And Morant throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
On the court for the Suns, Ball and Booker, the down and backcourt pair. Ayton is out there with Durant, and it's Okogie in at the small forward.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished 1st in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Booker, good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They've been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Morant kicks to Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Bain's got 6.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
And it's Paul penetrating, lays it up and banks it in. And the Suns lead by 2.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Brooks the pass to Bain. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Booker the pass to KD. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And great, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Morant dishes to Jackson. Bain passes to Jackson. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
He gets a lot of defensive attention from Morant. He can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Paul dishes to Durant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. Morant passes to Adams. Payne for 3. It doesn't go for him. Phoenix leading by 4. Paul dishes to Ayton. And that one, good. Ayton's got 4 this quarter.
Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passes of all time.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Morant's against Paul. And then Morant slams it in.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Booker outside. And the dunk by Booker.
When you come out to an NBA game, that's what you want to see. Devin Booker putting on a show.
It's Morant with the drive. And then Morant slams it in.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Here's Paul. Booker the pass to Paul. Leans. Nice D from Brooks. The Grizzlies trail by 4. And a wide open look for Payne. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Oh, the balance Brooks has is impressive. Able to work through the defense and still capitalize.
Morant's against Paul. Here's a Kobe. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Booker with no one around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
The pass to Bain. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after him. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. safe to say you were a pretty good defender in your day. So tell me, who was the most difficult player you had to defend?
I've had to guard some of the best scorers in NBA history. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, but there is nobody like Kevin Durant. His height, his skill set. KD is probably the most unguardable player we've ever seen.
All Hall of Famers. Wow. We've got Brandon Clark. Kennard is out there with Jones. Then it's Williams. And it's Aldama in a power forward. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. For the tie, Memphis moving it around. There's the drive. That evens the score. Aldama's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Shamet the pass to Baisley. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Suns lead by 2.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
With the drive. Good on the shot. Now it's a 4-point Phoenix lead.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Jones kicks to Clark. Pass to Kennard. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Kennard's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Memphis.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Clark up top. He's guarded by Ross. Here's Aldama. And he makes good on the layup. Aldama's got 4 points this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Here's Ross. He takes it in.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Jones, no luck. Suns leading by 3. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. No good from Ross. Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Clark. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. T.J. Warren picks one up. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Outside Warren. Ross in the corner. From the baseline. That one wide left. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Aldama passes to Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
It's stolen. 1:15 left in the third quarter.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. One word you always hear, the the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Ross finds Shemp. Here's Baisley. The kick out to Warren. Has to be on both. And the rejection by Clark. Now Jones. He's guarded by Ross. Clark a screen on Ross. Jones the pass to Clark. Kicks it out to Jones. Jacks up a three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Jones has got the lead up to 6 now for Memphis.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Shamet, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Shamet's got his second basket of the game.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Kennard. To the wing right side. Clark kicks to Kennard. Those three-pointers off the mark. That shot missing. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Memphis out in front. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Okogie in at the small forward position. Bain passes to Brooks. Back to Bain. Morant against Paul. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Durant wide open, he fires. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Jackson kicks to Adams. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Well, if you poll players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens in the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large unit.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Morant. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, the action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people...
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He said, we're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. And the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got his first points in this one.
This is Paul's game. A pass-first point guard who excels at setting up his teammates.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that number.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher. The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Bain passes to Adams. No good. The Suns go the other way with it. Inside. Here's Ayton. Tries again. Stolen by Brooks. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Ayton. On the wing, Bain. And Adams kicks to Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Morant passes to Jackson. Brooks, left side. Back to Morant. Paul with the steal. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
This is Paul's veteran know-how becoming a factor. He is not afraid of these moments.
Payne for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Outside, KD. Kicks it out to Booker. And there's the pass to Okogie. 5 on the clock. Another shot. Ayton. Ball outside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker on a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. 1:15 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Morant. And they double up Morant. Bain kicks to Jackson. Here's Morant. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look, we talk about Morant having that it factor, and then he makes the biggest play of the night.
Here's KD. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant outside. Outside Jackson. Bain passes to Jackson. Brooks kicks to Jackson. They get it again. Outside, Bain. And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And taken away by Paul.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
An impossible guy to cover. Durant puts defenses in situations where they must compromise and foul him.
And he makes both free throws.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock. Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
For a big Jackson Jr. has a solid free throw shot, but will the pressure affect him? Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
Stolen by Brooks. Morant outside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. So it's Memphis picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
a low-scoring game tonight, Grant. Two terrific defensive clubs fighting to lock each other down.
Both these teams are elite on the defensive end. These guys won't be making it easy out there. When there's lots of stops, lots of forced turnovers, it can be very difficult to find a scoring rhythm.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Josh Okogie is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. George. Ooh, Ayton with the block.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
And so here's Phoenix. Outside Booker. And rejected. And they get it back. Back to Paul. 5 to shoot. He takes it in. Second chance shot. Westbrook against Durant. And just about a minute into this first quarter. George, no good.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Now here's Ayton. The kick to Durant. And stolen by Leonard.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he sees the man's going to kick the ball out. Wow. I mean, that was great anticipation.
His ability to change his pace and direction is so quick. That's one of the reasons Westbrook is special when handling the rock.
So it's Phoenix now, after the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Here's Durant, and it's slammed in by Durant.
Now, that's exactly what you want to see. Aggressive basketball at its best.
Punched it home with as much power as he could. Now here's Westbrook. Leonard, left side. Takes a 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
For a guy who hit only 25% of his threes in college, Kawhi has become one of the NBA's best at the wing position.
Here's Okogie. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Now here's Leonard. Back to Westbrook. George against Booker. Clock is at 3. Here's Covington going inside. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
They now take the lead.
With the ball on the string and that short area burst, Chris Paul can get anywhere he wants to go.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Here's Okogie. To 3, Booker hits a 3-pointer.
A legit sniper from downtown. Booker rises up with such ease from beyond the arc.
Booker against George. Inside. Here's Covington. Oh, Booker with a block. Paul against Westbrook. Pass to Booker. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Clippers have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Out to Leonard to stop the run. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Leonard's got 6.
There's a reason Russell Westbrook ranks among the greatest ever in terms of assists. He excels at getting the ball to his open teammates.
Now here's Durant. The kick out to Paul. Pass to Booker. And here's Durant. Oh, George with a steal. Westbrook left side. Zubats against Aiden. Zubats passes to Covington. Covington, a screen on Booker. For three, George. No luck on that one. And Phoenix the other way now. 27 seconds left in the first. Here's Paul. Lays it up and banks it in.
A slick move by CP3. He really keeps the ball so low to the ground when he's dribbling, so the defense has no shot at getting it.
Zubats, screen. Westbrook, the pass to Zubats. And stolen by Durant. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Okogie. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
Leonard for three. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Suns ahead, leading. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Phoenix.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Okogie in at the small forward position. Here's Paul. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Booker uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 5.
As a distributor, Paul is just a machine. He's constantly creating for his guys.
It's Covington on the wing. Booker against George. And it's good for 2. George has got his first basket.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Screen by Durant. Lets it go. And another basket for Phoenix.
It's a real challenge to contain Chris Paul off pick and roll basketball. Reason why he can pass it at an elite level and shoot it at an elite level.
Covington finds Leonard. Westbrook outside. Clock at 4. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And the jam by Covington.
Getting to the rim, Covington has hot when he needs it. Russell Westbrook's ranks on the all-time list are incredible. He's in the top 100 for points, rebounds, assists, and steals. And don't forget, he's a triple-double king.
Back to Okogie. And stolen by Covington. Westbrook outside. Outside Covington. Leonard outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Westbrook. Drives to the hoop. Oh, denied by Durant.
Good aggression from KD on D. Hustling to get a hand on the shot.
For Phoenix, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Outside Paul. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Paul's got 8. And with Westbrook, is there anyone you could see breaking his triple-double record?
Yeah, I think Luka Doncic has a chance. He's already in the top 10 on that list and has a long career ahead of him. I remember thinking no one would break Oscar's record, but Russell did it.
Now here's Booker. 5 points in the game. Okogie on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3 on Robert Covington.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or 2 on your team to be successful.
Now here's Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Never forget what Russ can do in the air. He can be so agile.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Booker. George with the block. Westbrook against Paul. Kicks it to George. Pass to Covington. And stolen by Booker. Here's Okogie, covered by Covington.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
George, no good.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the first one at the line is good. And Kevin Durant post-Achilles surgery. No apparent decline, Grant. Last season, the third highest scoring average of his career.
I mean, incredible. Almost 30 points a game. Think about this. 2 of the 4 times he's led the league in scoring, he did it averaging less points per game. And his efficiency, good as ever.
That's good from Covington on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Paul. Banked it in off the glass. Paul's got 10.
So crafty down low. Chris has every shot in the book.
Pass to Westbrook. Out to Covington. Now George. Leonard on the wing. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
The vertical of Kawhi is impressive. Rising up with ease and throwing it down.
And the first half comes to an end.
The Suns, 28.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. It's been quite a game for Chris Paul.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Marcus Morris out there with Mason Plumlee. Then there's Eric Gordon. Then it's Norman Powell. And it's Highland in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Now here's Warren. Here's Ross. Back to Baisley. The Suns need to get off a shot. And the basket by Shamet. Shamet's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
The coaching staff encourages Shamet to take these shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Down low. Oh, deflected. Biyombo with a steal. Left side, Ross. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Back to Baisley. 5 on the clock. Pass to Shamet. Driving in. Plumlee pulls down the board. For 3, Powell. Phoenix grabs the miss. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Pass to Powell. Out to Gordon. Morris outside. Plumlee with it. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Outside Ross. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to Biyombo. Shot clock at 5. Shot is up. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. There's the block. Outside Ross. Pass to Biyombo. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him.
First team foul.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Shaman. Just 4 to shoot. Ross with it. That shot missing. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Morris. Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over.
And you oftentimes hear about players at peace with their game. Well, that is Eric Gordon, a knockdown shooter with physicality. Plenty of room for that in today's NBA.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Covington, a screen on Booker. Westbrook. And the layup falls. Westbrook's got 6.
We all know he has the strength to absorb contact, but Westbrook also showing his focus as he knocks down the shot.
And Gordon, the 7th pick back in 2008, Grant. Never quite an all-star, but he's been an impact player at times in his career.
Well, you know, BA, I mean, he's been a key contributor to some quality teams. And when his shot gets going, you can be in trouble. Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
George outside. 35 seconds left in the third. Here's Covington. Can't hit that one. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Booker to the inside. And Ayton gets it to go.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Stolen by Booker. Paul into the lane. The putback. It's good on the putback. And it's a 12-point Suns lead.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
George left side. Will it go? And so it's Phoenix now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. We hear. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Josh Okogie, and it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. George with it, now guarded by Booker. Here's Westbrook. Ooh, Ayton with the block. Outside Durant. And there's the drive. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Suns.
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
And we also can't ignore how relentless they've been on defense, flustering the opponent and generating a lot of steals.
For three, Booker. Knocks it loose.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Out to Leonard. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Westbrook against Paul. Outside for Booker. And Booker with the jam.
An explosive offensive force. When Booker has the chance to slam it, he takes full advantage.
Looking to end this cold spell. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Chris Paul. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Outside Booker, Okogie on the wing. Outside Paul. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Always great to see Paul dialed in on offense, really making an effort to lift his team.
Knocks down the long J.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Hey, yo, right here. Outside Paul. Pass to Booker. Now here's Ayton. Tipped. They recover it. Goes back up. That one's wide left.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Westbrook, the pass to Zubac. It's George on the wing. Into the lane. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Paul passes to Durant. 1:46 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's George, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now, but you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Booker, the pass to Paul. Outside Durant. Oh, Leonard with the block.
A stellar defender. Leonard's impeccable timing on this end allows him to reject shots.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
Pass to George, and stolen by Booker.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Suns.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they played.
We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Devin Booker.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
Paul against Westbrook. Outside Paul. Pass to Booker. Three-pointer. Leonard pulls down the board. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth. Back to Westbrook. Here's Zubac. George finds Leonard. Fires from deep. Counted from distance.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
That free throw misses. Good on the second one.
He might not have made them all, but he made enough to put this one out of reach.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're down by 12. 3 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win.
couple of the deepest rosters in the NBA, and not many coaches can go as far down the bench as these two.
Well, a major advantage if you have multiple guys that you have tremendous confidence in to go out there and be switchable, be able to pass, move, and initiate the offense. That's a luxury for a lot of coaches to be able to adapt that way.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And really, whatever your take on Russell Westbrook is now, you can't deny his place in NBA history. Voted as one of the NBA's top 75 players of all time.
The three from Morant. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will come the other way. George looking over the floor. Outside, Covington. Left side, Leonard. Fires the three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Greg, it is impossible to argue against Westbrook belonging to that top 75 players list, isn't it?
It really is, Kevin. I mean, his career numbers and accomplishments speak for themselves. A very unique player, easily one of the best during his prime.
And here's George. Kawhi Leonard getting his three to go. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career, playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Just three to shoot. Grant. They can't stop the run with that one.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Westbrook passes to Covington. Doesn't go for him. And it's Memphis the other way. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Payne for three. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And I like seeing Jackson use that length on the offensive glass. You don't have to be the most physical guy when you have a wingspan like that.
Now here's Covington. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. Fires for three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bain passes to Morant. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Morant. Leonard with the steal. Westbrook with it. Now defended by Bain.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Morant outside. Lets it go from deep. And again, Memphis no good. Here's Los Angeles now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by John Morant. Outside, Covington. Leonard looking around. Outside, Westbrook. Driving to the basket. Can't connect from short range.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Adams finds Jackson. 1:06 left here in the opening quarter. Back to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Bain inside the three-point line. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Los Angeles leading by 10. Outside Westbrook. Now the pass to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Here's Covington. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in.
Covington has that long arm athletic ability to get in there and mix it up.
And Morant throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like this. See that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Morant. Rebound by the Clippers.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
The three from George. Zubats, great positioning on the putback.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Clippers?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
So on the floor for Memphis, Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks, and it's Morant in at the point guard position. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam. In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
The Clippers have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And for Westbrook, you talk about playing with a controlled intensity, and when he does that, he's unstoppable.
Morant passes to Adams. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Right side, Westbrook. Outside, Covington. Clock at 6. Here's George. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. Hey, Craig, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
George passes to Westbrook. Pass to Leonard. Plenty of space. That's good on the jump shot. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And it's Morant missing. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard with no one around. Connects from three-point range. He's got 10.
He has the touch to do some damage from three-point distance.
Outside, Covington. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. And Memphis turns it over again.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Covington, a screen on Jackson. Passes it to Covington. No good that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Here's Morant. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Leonard. Westbrook kicks to Leonard. Great D that time from Bane. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pass to Morant. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
Covington wide open. He fires. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Covington's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter, and bang, just kicks it out.
And relentless in his attack, Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight.
Here's George, and blocked by Bane. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bane. 16 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Powell. Misses off the right iron.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
He gets it to... All right, thank you, David. And folks,
your Clippers, 38. The Grizzlies, 17.
and as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who SuperLu's going with. Plumlee out there with Morris. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the 1. Here's Morant. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 5 to shoot. Here's Morant. And he gets it back. It's stolen. Morris passes to Powell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
There's an underrated scoring aspect to Norman Powell and what he can do. He can drive, get inside, or he can knock down a jumper. It's a tough cover.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime, so he fits the timeline of their star.
And the team likes to use Kennard as a floor spacing kind of player, but he decides to do damage that time inside.
Here's man. Misses the three. The Grizzlies trail by 21. Kennard finds Jones. Back to Kennard. Here's Aldama. Doubled by Plumlee. Clark the pass to Tillman. Back to Clark. Just 5 to shoot. And he goes right over Mason Plumlee and slams it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Man passes to Pop. Takes it off the glass. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Clark outside. And slam dunk by Clark.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. The pass to Morris for the three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Kennard kicks to Jones. Here's the three. The offensive rebound. Pass to Aldama. A second chance effort. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got 6.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
With the crossover. Here's Plumlee. And he converts the layup.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Tillman passes to Jones, and that one good. Jones has got his first basket. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do. And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. The Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Man passes to Morris. 1:02 left in the third. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 19.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Jones kicks to Kennard. Passes to Aldama. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Adams, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. Jackson comes in for Tillman. Baines checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Morant in for Tyus Jones. Outside for George. To the inside.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Grizzlies trail by 16. Morant scanning the floor. Bane inside the three-point line. Pass to Morant. Leonard with the steal. Now here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
And that's where the defense has got to be questioned. You can't let Russell Westbrook, of all people, get behind you like that.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding a big 18-point lead to close. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Aldama in at the 3 slot.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Continuing to gain trust in that three-point shot. Each trade that Ja makes builds his confidence.
Outside Westbrook. Kicks to George. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. Shot clock at 5. Shakes him. He takes it up and lays it in.
And there's the strength of Paul George just powering through and takes on the contact.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Morant with it. George picks him up. A three-pointer, no good. Leonard attacking. It's stolen by Adams. And a wide open look for Bain. A three-pointer is right on target.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Westbrook passes to Leonard. Tries the spin move. Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
You got to have just great ball control when you're making a move like that, and Paul George definitely has the handle.
Morant with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple.
Even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Morant kicks to Kennard. Off target from three-point range. Leonard attacking and finished off by Leonard.
Well, what makes Kawhi Leonard so effective on those kinds of drives is the kind of pace he goes at it with. He's able to decipher the defense and knows where the help is coming from, and yet he still scores.
Bain with the bucket.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Goes up on the wing. Covington. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Kennard against George. Jackson kicks to Kennard.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Clippers.
The one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kawhi Leonard.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Here's Jackson, and he drives in, somehow misses the two-handed jam. Leonard the pass to George. The three. That doesn't go either for George. And so it's Memphis with it. 19-point game. Kennard's shot is off. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Morant. Nobody near George. And he's good on the three ball.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Outside Leonard. So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
This could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5. Here's Morant following the score by Phoenix. And it's Brooks missing. And now the Suns fast break. Good chance here for Booker. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Few create shots as easily as Paul does for his teammates. He is just a great setup guy.
Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Outside Durant. Booker attacking. And Booker with the jam.
Surefire, one-handed stuff.
Yeah, with his focus, he's not going to miss that.
And the move that really shook up the NBA world. I mean, Kevin Durant asking and receiving a trade out of Brooklyn. Now, with this team, he makes them a title favorite overnight.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
Now here's Paul. Here's Okogie. The three-pointer off the mark. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Adams finds Jackson. Back to Adams. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Paul with it, guarded by Morant. Booker with it. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Steven Adams.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
And Booker is a guy you can lean on to help shoulder the offensive load, Richard.
Yeah, he's comfortable taking a lot of shots for his team. He's a volume shooter for a reason, because he understands how to score at an efficient clip, too.
Now here's Bain. Out to the right wing. Up top, Brooks. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. Just 5 on the clock. Morant. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. The Suns have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Outside Booker. Pass to Okogie. Paul with it. With the crossover. Ayton passes to Booker. 3 on the clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. It's rebounded by Memphis. Outside Bain. Gets the 3 to fall.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Suns trailing. Outside Paul. Outside Durant.
2 minutes.
Bain against Booker. The kick to Durant. Knocked loose. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And they're running. Morant, the pass to Bain. And Ayton pulls it down.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Fantastic decision-making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Now here's Morant. On the wing, Brooks. This one for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Okogie tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Morant finds Brooks. Outside Bain. Lets the three fly. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Outside Booker. Back to Durant. Driving to the back.
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Okay, KD put a little extra on that one.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Outside Morant. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. The free throw drops for Morant.
The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
Paul passes to Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Outside Bain. Outside for Morant. On the take. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your son's youth dance team.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. Memphis leading. One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it done on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
On the court for the Grizzlies, Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. And it's the Suns with the ball. Following the bucket by the Grizzlies. And Booker with the jam.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Paul with it, guarded by Morant. Here's Booker. Pass to Okogie. Outside Booker. Left side Paul. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. So it's the Grizzlies now. Payne, the pass to Morant. Here's Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
When we evaluate players, one thing that gets overlooked, age. Take Jaren Jackson Jr. He was only 18 when he got drafted in 2018.
And the second free throw is good. You know, for Triple J, it took time to develop. Year 4 with Memphis was a special one.
Jackson unlocked his defensive potential amongst the best shot blockers in the entire league. You have to give those young guys time before making a true judgment.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. There's the drop. Oh, threw it down. Wow.
Putting on a show. Jackson Jr. showing you what a big man can do at the rim.
Paul against Morant. Here's Durant. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Durant's gotten his second bucket of the game.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Morant, the pass to Bain.
Phoenix foul. Josh Okogie. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Bain, the pass to Morant. Clock at 6. Pass to Jackson. The 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The potential of Jaren Jackson is endless. A center who has a tremendous J.
Moran against Paul. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Now here's Ayton. Right side Booker. Outside Paul. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Oh, absolutely aggressive move by Durant, taking it right to the hole with authority.
Durant. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a five-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Kicks it out to Jackson. The three ball. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, Jackson has become a threat from range, taking and making those shots more consistently.
Paul passes to Durant. 1:44 left to play in the second quarter. Booker against Bain. Pass to Ayton. Second shot opportunity. Durant has the open look, and the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Bain finds Adams. Now here's Jackson. Over to the left wing. Morant into the lane. Misses in close.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Up top, Paul. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
That's just a bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Pass to Booker. Up top, Paul. Floats one. And Booker the bucket on the assist from Paul. Booker's got 17 points.
People first think of Booker as an outside shooter, but he does a lot of his work in the lane.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Yeah, solid inside play by Ayton. Staying strong and taking the foul while still putting up a shot.
So he gets them both. The Grizzlies have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Outside Morant. Here he goes. And then Morant with the dunk.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Grizzlies leading by 4. Now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Monty Williams, and Coach, certainly some areas to correct moving forward. What have you seen so far?
We had a few breakdowns on defense. We got to.
Allie, as always, thank you. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Landry Shamet is out there with Terrence Ross. Then it's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Darius Baisley. And it's Warren in at the 3, small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
No good on the second free throw. But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season. But as a whole, this young team, they won their division. But the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
Now here's Kennard. Williams, a screen on Ross. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Baisley. The Suns trailing. Here's Shamet. Cans it with nobody near him. Shamet's got his first bucket in this one. Memphis has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Pass to Kennard. Here's Aldama. And it's good. 2 points. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Good heads-up basketball. Season opening and capitalizes.
And they pick up 2.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Jones. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. And the bucket. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And Williams no good on that one.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul of the game. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Here's Biyombo. Count it. Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
Here's Williams. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Jones finds Kennard for 3. Sinks the tray. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Pass to Warren. Ross against Clark. Here's Biyombo. Here's Shamet. To the wing on the left. Biyombo with it. 5 on the clock. And here's Ross. Here's Baisley. Offline with a 3. On the wing, Jones. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths.
And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple, solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
Here's Warren. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, just outworking the coverage. Warren enjoys going up strong and cashing in despite the contact.
Pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Shamet, defended by Jones. Biyombo, good.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
Jones, the pass to Kennard. Clark with a screen on Ross. Pass to Aldama. Back to Kennard. The three is up. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Over to the wing. Here's Baisley, and he drives in. Count the basket.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Right side, Ross. 43 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Baisley. Back to Ross. With the drive. Here's Biyombo. Good D by Clark. Memphis has gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Phoenix calls timeout. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Ross. There's the three. Clark grabs the board. Kennard outside. Back to Williams. On the wing, Jones. Here's Aldama. Kicks it out to Kennard. And so it's Memphis up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Monty Williams was going over with this team. He is not happy about their perimeter play at either end. They're getting killed with the free ball both ways. He said it's a battle they can't lose if they want to come out of here with the win.
And Allie, thanks. On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point. Now here's Morant. Here's Bain. Back to Morant. From the arc. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. Here's Okogie. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Misses the three. The Suns trailing, and they're pushing it up. Here's Ayton. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Morant, the pass to Adams. Back to Morant. On the wing, Brooks. Booker defending. Outside Morant. Adams inside. He's against Ayton. Outside Morant. Back to Adams. 4 on the clock. Ooh, poked away. Here's Bain. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. For Phoenix, they've got just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And Booker with the jam.
Yeah, and you don't want to let Devin Booker get easy points in transition.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
He'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Left side, Durant. Outside, Booker. From deep. Score that basket. His 8th out of 9 shots here today.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys build contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
It's Booker on the wing. Here's the teardrop. It's not going to go for him. And Memphis taking it the other way now. Outside Bane. Adams, the pass to Bane. Adams a screen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Kevin Durant. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Suns have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Crafty move. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Ayton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow, we've seen Ayton step up in big moments, in big games, and deliver.
Ball against Morant. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. The free throw drops for Morant. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Booker for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Check out Booker rising to meet the challenge. He wants so badly to deliver for his team.
Brooks outside. Left side Bane. Outside for Brooks. Pass to Adams. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Ayton. Durant for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5.
An impressive, versatile defender. For Jackson Jr., it's now about improving his shot percentages and his overall offensive arsenal. I'm not going to lie, that's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
Now here's Durant. Pass to Ayton.
Yes! Clutch points from Ayton. We've seen him do it in the finals. DeAndre is a prime-time player.
Brooks outside. 40 seconds left to play in the 4th.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Morant against Paul. And stolen by Paul. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. The 3 from Bane. From beyond the arc, and then some. And it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed. When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan. He is one of the most elite scorers we have seen. You want KD with the ball.
Tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ayton. Yes!
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
This is how you completely steal the momentum. It's clear who is in control of the game right now.
And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game.
might have a throwback battle on our hands, Greg. These two teams take pride in their defense.
No doubt, these are some tough-nosed, gritty, physical defenses, and we're not going to see many easy buckets. Both sides are going to make you work.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. Now here's Westbrook. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. To the middle. Kicks it out to Leonard. Down low. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Westbrook passes to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And this is what we've come to expect from Russell Westbrook. Yes, he can be an explosive scorer, but if his teammate is open, he will put it on time and on target.
Here's Paul, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Westbrook, following the basket by Chris Paul. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Perhaps the thing I will remember most when Russell Westbrook decides his career is done is how he brought competitive fire and spirit every single night, guys.
Here's a Kogi. For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside Westbrook. Kicks it out to Leonard. 6 on the shot. Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below! Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
And Ayton throws it down.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Westbrook dishes to George. Back to Westbrook. Kicks it out to Leonard. 3-pointer. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, the range of Kawhi's shooting just keeps getting deeper and deeper. He really stretches you out.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, a bit ago, SuperLu and I were able to chat. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. And they're going to be determined not to let that happen. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense. Now, here's George after the miss from KD. George passes to Leonard. Inside, Covington. The kick out to Westbrook. Here's Covington. Nice D from Durant.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Paul passes to Durant. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
Man, he is working them over on the inside. I'll tell you this, Kevin Durant every year gets more comfortable with the physicality of defenders. Incredible.
Now, here is George. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook, drills it from outside.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Ball against Westbrook. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got his second bucket.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Zubac. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, superb awareness from Russell Westbrook. Understands where the gaps in the defense, almost impossible to check in the pick and roll.
Here's Paul. They trail by 3. Okogie misses. The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
This guy turned himself into one of the league's top talents. Kawhi Leonard continues to be a dominant two-way force.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game. Clippers leading by 4. Left side Westbrook. Passes it to George. Outside Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 11 points.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Los Angeles.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the 3-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Clippers. Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Ayton inside. Zubac defending. They get it back. Kicks it out to Booker. Drives to the hoop, and the rejection by Zubac. Outside Leonard. Outside Covington. Outside George, just 5 on the clock. Drops in the layup for 2. George has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Los Angeles. And the Suns call time. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Okogie's checked in for Warren. Booker outside. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Back to Paul. The feed to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
Outside for George. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. Paul looking over the floor. Right side, Kevin Durant. And KD throws it down.
Kevin Durant has the kind of handle and creativity to get by defensive players off the dribble drive. Nicely done.
Covington finds George. Covington a screen on Booker. The three from George. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
And it's Ayton missing. Clippers leading by 8. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Paul. Left side, Westbrook. Outside, George. To the paint. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. KD on the wing. Driving the lane. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul.
It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, Kevin Durant gets a quick first step, and it puts the defense in a tough spot, and he picks up the foul.
Durant hits them both. Doris, let me ask you this. Is Kevin Durant the greatest scoring forward ever?
I think he is, Kevin, but I also think that limits his greatness, because when Kevin Durant is done and you consider the combination of his handle, his shooting, and the size, we've never seen that combination to this level. He will go down as one of the greatest ever, regardless of attribute you're trying to assign to him.
Here's Booker. Paul George making his last shot. The layup missed.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, Paul George will work hard to get to his spots offensively. Right now, they can count on him to put the ball in the basket.
Out to KD. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. KD's got 12 in the game.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Well, that's the acceleration of Russell Westbrook. Good night, defense. You had no chance.
Here is Durant after the Clippers pick up 2. Kicks it out to Booker. From downtown, it's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Clippers. Covington in the corner. Poke loose. The pass to Westbrook. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And the shot goes in. Zubac has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to Okogie. And here's Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, Devin Booker, shiftiness, gets himself into the paint, so aggressive, and it pays off.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Both free throws good from Booker.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Covington. Takes it inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, such a good job probing to the interior on the drive. Robert Covington gets to the foul line.
And both free throws good for Covington. 15 seconds left now here in the second. Outside for Durant. Big D that time from Leonard. He's clobbered. And he'll get 3 shots at the line. It goes on Devin Booker.
Boy, when Russell Westbrook is attacking and getting downhill, forget about it. The fouls are going to come on the defense.
And he sinks the second. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting with a cup. All right, David, thank you. We'll be
24. The Clippers, 38.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Terrence Ross. Also, Landry Shamet is out there. T.J. Warren out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Baisley in at the 4 spot.
Well, the athletic Norman Powell continues to grow as an offensive player. Boy, this guy has got huge upside on the offensive end.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
T.J. Warren finishes with authority. We'll give you a salute, sir.
Man passes to Batum. He feeds it to Morris. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Suns take it the other way. Shamet on the wing. Baisley passes to Ross. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers on defense. It's a 14-point game. And the shot by Warren, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Morris shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. And I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
He gets it in there.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
Out to Morris. 90 seconds now into the second half.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Down low. In the corner, Powell with it. Back to Morris. Here's Shamet inside. Here's Ross. And boy, that looked like goaltending. And here we go. Coach's challenge on that goaltending call. Now, the coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn
the previous play is under review.
Clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Writing on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Doors to an opportunity knocked in the 2021 playoffs. Terrence Mann was ready to go.
He was, Kevin, and that's not the first time this has happened where an injured teammate meant the team looked to him a little bit more, and he did not waste his opportunity. He scored with a ton of enthusiasm, has a very impressive motor.
Suns trail by 13. Has to be Ambo. Here's Shamet. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's in there. Beasley's got his first points of the game. Los Angeles has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Mann. He's covered by Shamet. Mann passes to Powell. Out to Morris. Kept alive.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Over in the corner, Warren. Pass to Biyombo. Suns moving the ball around. Beasley passes to Ross. Shot clock at 6. And Ross with the slam.
My goodness, the vertical of Terrence Ross is special.
It's picked off. And here's the fast break. Ross leading the way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Ross against Powell. Shamet kicks to Warren. Ross for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Ross has got it back down to within single digits for Phoenix.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Powell dishes to Morris. The pass to Mann. Clock at 4. Shoots over Shamet. And it's Beasley with the rebound.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Shamet, the pass to Beasley. Timeout called. The Suns. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
Fans in the stands, let's hear it again for your
Here's Okogie. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 6. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Yeah, they're going for the throat.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break with a 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Setting the floor for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Robert Covington out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Westbrook in at the point guard. Kicks it out to Covington. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Covington has put such time and work into that perimeter game. Now the confidence he shoots it with knocks that down. That's beautiful.
Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Dishes it to Covington. And good that time. Covington's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Really good job by Covington to get good position and finish.
Pass to Paul. Feeds to Ayton. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
6 to shoot. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Paul passes to Okogie. Outside Durant, on the wing Booker. There's the three. They get it back. Ayton. So they foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. George against Booker. 5 on the clock. Stolen by George. Leonard looking over the floor. Here's Westbrook. Back to Leonard. A 3 ball. 4 on the shot clock. And George, here we go. That shot off. Suns trail by 15. Oh, Ayton in position. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
Outside for George. Outside Covington. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside for George.
I'll tell you, you cannot shake Chris Paul when he's locked in. His defense is as good as it gets.
Covington setting the pick for Leonard. Another shot. Katie with the block. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside Covington. Makes it off the glass. Covington's got 7 points for the quarter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Paul passes to Okogie. Here's Booker. And the rejection by Zubac. And he recovers it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
How about the ability of Durant to make those long strides to the rim and absorb the contact?
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Here's Paul. Outside for Durant. The shot misses. Great D that time from Leonard. And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Al Paul. Booker outside. Excellent D there from George. And here's Westbrook. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.